What's up, beautiful people? Hello, and welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. If this is your first time catching this Wellness Wednesday, welcome. If this is not your first time, welcome back. And if you are catching the replay, shout out to you for making sure you get this good old wellness wisdom. So, again, even though this is being aired on Wednesday, I do want to let you know that this is a pre-record. I know many of you probably in the comments like, "Girl, you still pregnant?" Uh, as of Monday, yes, I am. But I still wanted to be able to push you guys, push out another Wellness Wednesday before baby girl comes. She is past her due date. We are going on 41 weeks, but trusting God's timing. But yeah, we're gonna go knocking on that door within the next 2 days because Shorty got to get up out of there. But I do want to say thank you so much for all the prayers. Man, you guys have been so amazing and so supportive. Like, I cannot. There's not enough words or measurements to describe how overwhelmed with so much happiness I am from you guys. Like, the gratitude, just I'm just so thankful. Man, I always imagined that I would have support, right? But the amount of support that you guys have continued to give, still giving, gave even when I announced back in July. Who, I feel like I've been pregnant forever. But even back then, like, you guys have outdone yourself. Like, I'm talking about, I will open up a message or DM and there's like a whole prayer in there. There's a voice note in there. Like, you guys, man, I just appreciate you so much. So before we get into anything, I definitely want to say before baby girl gets here that her mother, her mother is very, very, very appreciative of you just keeping us in your prayers. Again, like I said, she is overdue a little bit, past her due date, but this week she will be coming. So just continue to keep me in your prayers. I'm super excited, super nervous too. I think that's normal, right? My first little baby, but super excited more than anything. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But you know, we're here for a good old Wellness Wednesday, and I'm gonna allow maybe like 2 more minutes for you to come on in the chat to make sure you are telling your friend, tagging your friends and your family, your peers, your accountability partners. Let them know that we are live, baby, because they need to get this good old conversation that we're gonna have today. And I'm super excited about today's conversation, honey, because we're talking about stress management. All right. Yeah, yeah. I always like to say I'm too blessed to be stressed, but sometimes that stress be trying to creep up on you. So definitely let your friends know that this is one they do not want to miss. We definitely want to make sure that coming into 2025, we are starting off with great energy, great vibes, and understanding, how to cope with stress. You know, it's easier said than done. I know. I know, but we need to be able to identify when we are feeling stressed so that we'll be able to overcome it because it's no secret that stress can, take you there. Stress can take you out. And we want to make sure that 2025 is all about healing and growth and, elevating it. We can't do that if we're allowing things to stress us out and keep us down. So today's conversation, that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm super excited for our guest. I should be in here. I'm going to give her maybe like 30 more seconds, but she's going to be in here to let you know who she is and what she does. And we're going to have some good old questions today about stress management. So if you are one to take notes, go ahead and get your pen and paper out. But no, it's going to be a great one. So let me go ahead and get my girl up in here. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, Coach Alicia. It's good to see
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much. You too, y'all. Look at her. She looks so good. Hair done, makeup done, everything just so pretty.
You
I
know you
love to
can't come in
see.
here wrong with Coach Alicia, okay?
Nice. It's so great to see. So let the good people know who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you so much for having me today. My name is Marcy Fitzgerald, and I am a certified nurse practitioner, and I am practicing currently at a federally qualified health center in Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you are here in the Midwest, shout out to us freezing cold.
I
Okay.
know that. I know that was cold here. Look, we crying about 38 degrees over here, but y'all have a different type of 38 degrees.
It's like 4. Uh,
Ooh. Did y'all get any snow recently?
we got a little bit yesterday, but our big snowfall with double digits was a couple weeks ago. So eventually we're hoping it will melt. So
Okay, okay. Like I said, I know it's cold over there. Okay. Well,
yes.
before we get into today's conversation and our first question, let us know a little bit about your E2M journey.
So I joined E2M a little while ago. I want to say maybe a year and a half
Okay.
ago, and it really is near and dear to my heart. So back in the day, I was also a certified fitness instructor. So fitness has been a part of my life, but now as I hit the over 50 age, things start looking a little bit
It's
different.
fabulous. 50 is
And
fabulous.
it's such a great program. I have been able to be consistent. So having the workouts there, having the lives, having the accountability, having everything kind of laid out step by step really is helpful. So I've been able to maintain and not have that creep year after year of weight gain and all of the things that come with that. So I'm super pleased with that. I'm super pleased with my accountability group. We're posting and sharing with each other. So I've had a great time, and I recommend it to family, friends, as well as patients and clients.
I love that. We love a good recommendation now.
Hey.
I love it. Okay, so listen, we're gonna hop right into it. And as
Okay.
they were coming in, I told them that today we're gonna talk about everything stress management. So,
Yes.
my first question is, from your perspective as a nurse practitioner, who often work with people about stress management, how does unmanaged stress impact health, and why is it important to incorporate exercise and nutrition to combat its effects?
So that is a great question. So, stress, when we leave it unmanaged, can really, really take a serious toll on our body. So, stress is probably implicated in the initiation of some disease processes, but certainly a part of prolonging or exacerbating different diseases. So, that's because when we're stressed, everybody probably knows we release this stress hormone called cortisol, which is fantastic when you need it in a dangerous situation. But when it's just everyday chronic, it really, really does take a toll on our bodies. So it can increase our blood pressure, lead to weight gain, especially around the midsection. Nobody wants that. And a weakened immune system. So even just left unmanaged, chronic stress can cause some sleep disturbances and even increase our risk of diabetes and heart disease. But there's always a but. Good nutrition and exercise really can help to bust through that stress. So it can reduce the cortisol secretion and increase those endorphins. So those brain chemicals that make you feel better, that will reduce your blood pressure, reduce heart rate, act as like natural mood elevators. So programs like E2M that promote healthy lifestyle with the exercise and proper nutrition are like right up the alley as far as helping to manage stress.
Y'all hear that? So go ahead and tell your family, friends, your uncle, everybody now. They go ahead and sign up for
Bring them
E2M.
in, bring them in.
I love it. So, what advice do you share with your patients as well as your family and your friends on integrating regular exercise like E2M and E2M Premium? Sprinkle that in there, into their daily lives to help manage stress effectively.
So for me, I always encourage people to think of exercise and nutrition as self-care, something we get to do, not a chore that we have to do. And to start small, even just 20 to 30 minutes of movement daily can really significantly reduce our stress levels. So things like walking, running, increase the oxygen and blood flow to the brain, which can improve our mood, our concentration. Strength training builds obviously like resistance.
Mhm.
And but even just kind of that mental resistance, so we feel stronger and we're able to combat those daily stresses. And I know I've also jumped in with the stretching and the yoga that's in E2M, and that helps with calming the nervous system, promoting relaxation. So the other thing is, I really want to encourage everybody to schedule those workouts in, just like a daily commitment or a meeting. Because I don't know about you, I am 52 years old. I keep on looking for more time. I ain't found none yet. So I don't know if you found any, but you have to treat that as a priority. So if you schedule it, check it off like something that you have to get done. Prioritize you. So that's what the advice I usually give.
Yeah, I love that because I always tell people that you cannot make it as something like, oh, I may work out before or after work. No, baby, just like you schedule a meeting or like I wake up, I brush my teeth. You need to have it on your schedule because it's so easy for us to say, oh, I do that when I wake up. But if you don't have a set time or a set routine, sometimes it may not happen. Oh,
Right.
I get when I get off. Something may happen through your whole day off, through your whole schedule off. You cannot look at it as an option of, oh, I may do it if I have time because it's so easy for you to just not do it. And not on
Exactly.
purpose. Not on purpose. But in order to help create that discipline and that consistency, it needs to be on the schedule, just like everything else. So I agree with that totally. So we talked about nutrition earlier, and I know we all know that nutrition plays a critical role in stress management just as much. So, what are some key dietary recommendations that you would like to share to support mental and physical well-being? And actually, it's like a two-part question. No, let's answer that one first. So, yeah, so what are some key dietary recommendations you would like to share to support mental and physical well being?
Okay, so just like exercise, what we eat really does play a key role in how we manage stress. And I don't know if that's something that is as widely known, but when we're in a stressful situation, the body like starts rapidly using up nutrients. So like vitamin C, the B vitamins, magnesium, that stuff is turning over super, super quick. And we have to have a plan in order to replace those nutrients and have those nutrients in the proper concentrations and abundance such that we can fight stress. So things like our B vitamins, our C, magnesium, really, really important for like energy production, our nervous system health, and just keeping our immune system strong. I'm gonna keep harping on that. And for that, I would recommend whole foods, nutrient dense foods. So your lean proteins, your leafy green vegetables, healthy fats, and nuts, fruits, things like that, that really do promote wellness, and try to stay away from kind of the packaged foods. So that would be my recommendation around nutrition.
And that's awesome because I was going to ask you how does E2M, like programs like E2M, align with the professional guidance that you provide, but you just said it. The whole foods. A lot of people don't know, but sometimes we get questions about supplements. And but from the beginning of time, it's not that we're saying, "Oh, they're horrible, don't do them," but we are just not a program that promotes supplements because we really want people to focus on whole foods. So the goal isn't to be like good food versus bad food. No, but there's whole food versus not so whole foods, and we want you to really understand the benefits of eating the whole food. So yeah, you can do the juicing and the smoothies and all that kind of stuff. We're not knocking it. However, that's just not what we want to promote because we want people to start understanding like, no, let's try to get the protein not just from the shake, but let's get the protein from the food that we're eating. So
Right.
with that being said, E2M, the meal plan that we offer or that we promote definitely is in line with that. And we have E2M Kitchen. So for those of you who may not know, with E2M Kitchen, our meal prep service, that food is what gluten free and dairy free, if I'm not mistaken. But baby, let me tell you something. For me, especially at this stage, I don't always feel like cooking, but I also know I need to eat and I know I need to eat good, you know? So I would definitely order these meals and you can cook them on the stove, you can cook them in the oven, or you can put them in the microwave. And I know some people like against microwave food. So again, oven or stove,
Yeah.
but it lists the nutritional facts right there on the packaging. And we also have our foodie page. I don't know if you're those of you in the I mean that's watching this are aware, but we have an E2M foodie page that also has several recipes. We have the cookbooks, and that's a free group. E2M foodie page, you can get in there free. Boom, boom, boom. Then we got like 17,000 people in there now. Woo-hoo. But you know, you can get the cookbooks, and I'm saying this because a lot of times it's not that we don't know, we know we
Right.
supposed to be eating. We know what we know, but
Yep.
sometimes you know, sometimes it's real. Sometimes you're like, oh well, I'm not a person that really cook. I don't know what to eat. Like I know I should be eating healthy, but what is that? What does that look like? So that's why I was, you know, listing out those things: the kitchen, the cookbook, or the free E2M foodie page for recipes, or shoot, you know, pictures have a whole bunch of stuff. But we definitely need to tap into understanding why it's important to eat those whole foods. And you just gave a great list of things of how it can even not just benefit us on the physique level, but you
Right.
know, mentally, stress as it relates to stress. So thanks for that.
My
um,
pleasure.
yes. So where we at? Okay, so next question is, as you know, E2L, we really focus on clients having accountability partners. We're all about that group support. Uh, so clients can stay on track. And you just mentioned in the beginning how you and your accountability partner are posting y'all stuff, and I love that. You know, so shout out to y'all. Do you have a name?
It is, well, actually, since we are sorors, it is
Um,
actually, we have a beta alpha baddest
okay.
E2M accountability group, and we
Okay.
enjoy it. It's a great challenge. People have accomplished new goals through that and through our support. So it really is a game changer
I
for
love
real.
it. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the group. Keep
Thank
it
you. Thank
going.
you.
But yeah, so you know we're big on that. So how do you see the role of accountability partners and community engagement in promoting long-term wellness and stress management?
So, like I just said, just the accountability and the community support, those are clutch when
Mm,
it comes to staying motivated and staying in the game, because all of us experience those dips in motivation, those dips in like how we see ourselves, like, oh my God, can I really do this? But knowing that somebody is there waiting for you, somebody is there rooting for you, somebody is there going through the same kind of challenges that you have, you're able to uplift each other. And whether it's, a family, member or friend or what have you, it can also make it more fun, right? It's more enjoyable. So, and when things are more enjoyable, they're more sustainable. So when I recommend, and I do recommend E2M to family, friends, patients, it's because I really think it's an environment that promotes success. And I say the
mhm.
most successful program is the one you're going to do.
Come on now.
So it gives you all of the practical nutrition, the practical exercise, but then it gives you that support system, that
Yeah,
context of accountability in order to actually do the darn thing.
yeah.
So I am a firm believer in having accountability partners and having support and accountability built in. None of us were meant to do this thing alone. So I am a huge proponent of that. So I'm glad that y'all built that in. Seriously.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those of you who are watching, if you know new to the group, or even if you're not new to the group, and you may not have an accountability group yet, make a post in the group. Like let people know that you are looking for accountability. I mean, and even if you're like, oh, well, nobody's talking my post, post it again. You know, the algorithm will get a little funny, but post it again. Like let people know. And for those of you who see the post, and you know you may need one, if you know you can take on another person to help support, message them. And it could be like you said, your relationship to your accountability group is that you're all in the same sorority. It could be that, it could be the fact that you're in the same area, it could be the fact that you're in the
Mhm.
same profession, if you want to just have somebody that you can relate to. But it is so important, guys, to make sure you are finding accountability partners, because you need somebody that's going to help you, you know, reach your goals. Now, what you don't need is for somebody that is going to agree with not doing things that you don't want to do. As far as like, oh, I'm tired of that girl, I don't want to work out. Like, oh, girl, me either. No, we don't want that now. Okay,
No.
we need somebody that's gonna be like, well, sis, I know it's been a long day, but we really said we're gonna finish this 21-day challenge. Like, let's go ahead and knock it out. Like,
Yes.
those are the conversations that you need. You don't need to try to outdo each other with the negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, girl, yeah, you will need that anyway. Like, no. So sometimes you gotta, readjust in those groups, but don't be shy. Don't be shy. The worst people can do is say no and okay, go to the next group. Just but definitely continue to look for those people, guys. We all need support. But before we get into the last question, I do want to just take the time to say thank you so much for just allowing us to hear the wisdom that you have around stress management. Is definitely a conversation that I think we need to have often, just within ourselves and then with professionals as well, because it's just something that comes and goes, right? We'll be good, we might be on a high, and then something in our life may happen and it can cause stress, and it is so important for us to know how to deal with it. And if you're in E2M, we're talking about the benefits of exercising, of eating healthy, of having that support group. Like, all of those things are super important and things that you have right here in front of you. So if you do find yourself, guys, in a stressful situation, or you're feeling that, man, like, I don't know, I'm going through this thing, use what's in front of you. We have five or four, I can keep up, mental fitness coaches that you can also turn to. We are literally giving you the resources because we want to see you get better. We know how important it is, but we need you to know how important it is as well. So my last question for you is, many people struggle with finding the time, excuses. I was kidding. But nah, many people struggle with finding the time and motivation to prioritize their own health. What practical strategies do you recommend to overcome some common barriers to maintaining a consistent fitness and nutrition regimen, especially for people who are experiencing a lot of stress?
That is such a good question because that is honestly when I talk to patients, no matter what it is, I'm always going to recommend lifestyle modifications and healthy nutrition and exercise. And the biggest constraint that people put in front of us, and yes, excuses, but sometimes there really are real time constraints.
Yeah.
But I think it's a misconception that you need hours and hours and hours of time. So they really don't have hours and hours and hours and hours of time, but they do have 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody can squeeze that in. So even if it is just starting with 15 minutes, even if you don't feel like it, sometimes if you can press through that 15 minutes, you can get to 20, you can
Mhm.
get to 25, and just starting. So putting that on the calendar and making it a non-negotiable commitment to yourself. So one day at a time, one
Mhm.
exercise session at a time, one healthy meal at a time. I often give like a laundry list of nutrition recommendations, and people's heads are like spinning, spinning, spinning. I'm like, yes, I have given you all of that, but this week you're gonna focus on one thing. You're going to do one thing. You're going to drink more water, and we're going to put a number to that. And then next week, we'll add another serving of vegetables each
Mhm.
to each meal, and just breaking it up into bite-sized chunks. So planning your exercise, planning and prepping meals can seem like it's a time drain, but it's a huge time saver,
Mhm.
and it will ensure that you get the healthy nutrients that you need. So that the planning and the preparation, in addition to just being a practical tool, it actually mentally makes people feel more prepared, and that is a stress reducer in and of itself.
Yeah.
So make the commitment to yourself, plan and prep, and don't give up on you. And if, for God forbid, you're human and you miss a workout or you go
Mhm.
awry on a meal, please, let's give ourselves grace. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. The next time you have an opportunity to make a decision, just make the best one that you can. So you don't have to wait, oh gosh, I didn't drink enough water today. Well, now let me just go and drink some wine. Well, no, just drink some water. You have a choice right before you right now. Get on. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
um, you have the opportunity to make a choice now. So make get back on the horse, make the next best decision that you can make real time. So you don't have to wait till the next day, you don't have to wait till the next Monday, you don't have to wait till the next month. Lord have mercy, it's January. Don't say 2025, not your year. You don't have to you don't have to wait that long. But just
Right.
the next time you make it get a chance to make a choice, just make the best one you can
Yeah.
and take it one step at a time. So that is what I try to tell everybody I encounter about that.
I think that is a great way to look at it. Definitely have to give ourselves grace and just understand that we just try and do our best each and every day. 1% progress is still progress. So we gotta,
Yeah,
all right, we're gonna do better tomorrow, but we gonna pat ourselves on the back for what we did today. Because,
absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you again so much. Before we get out of here, is there a way that people can stay connected with you or anything that you're working on that you would like to share?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you can find me on Instagram. I do a lot of health education and information at Our Health in Focus. So, OUR Health IN Focus on Instagram and Facebook. You can connect with me there. If you have questions, you can shoot me a DM. I am also just about finished with my book. So,
Okay.
you'll get a chance to see kind of how I've navigated my journey into healthcare and what I
Yeah.
got going next. So, super, super excited to connect. I didn't enter healthcare as a first profession, but it is 100% a calling on my life. It is something that I love and I love to share with people. And I want to see us all win in this wellness space. So anything that I can do, any place I can share, I'm happy to do that. So I thank you so much, Coach Alicia, for reaching out and giving me an opportunity to share my heart about this. Because, like I said, we all when you win, we all win. So let's all win.
I love that. Well, y'all make sure you follow her on Instagram so we can stay updated with this book, honey. Congratulations on that as well. But again, I
Thank
just want to
you.
say thank you so much for just allowing us the time and sharing us the knowledge about stress management. For those of you who are watching, thank you again for joining of the Wellness Wednesdays. And again, as you know, baby girl will be here this week. So, so I would definitely be back, but I will be out for the next couple of episodes. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching Wellness Wednesdays. We kicked it off back in September, August. It's been a while now, but and you guys have continuously, given me great recommendations of topics that you would like to hear. I've been able to reach out to so many different professionals, and you guys have just blessed us with all the knowledge and you guys have been right there soaking it all in. So continue to tap into all the other coaches. We do have, we call it lunchtime learning every day at 11 o'clock. So Wednesdays are dedicated to Wellness Wednesdays. But don't forget about the tips that we give on Tuesdays, the recipes or the tasty Thursdays, and the motivational Mondays. We also have those lives as well at 11. But again, as always, thank you. And until next time, God bless.